Hey guys, how you all doing today? Welcome back to Builds. Now today in the following video, what we're going to be doing is building this absolutely awesome but simple modern house behind me in Minecraft. Now if you guys have watched my one chunk house video, you would have seen that I made three 16 by 16 houses, which are really easy to make in Minecraft within the one chunk factor of Minecraft. Anyway, getting into this tutorial, the materials you're going to need for this build are white concrete, oak leaves, spruce leaves, you're going to need some quartz stairs as well as some quartz slabs, some striped birch wood, some grey concrete, some smooth stone slabs, some snow, glass and white stained glass paints. So let's get straight into the tutorial. So as you can see in front of me, I have a red square and that is by 16 by 16 blocks. So this build will fit straight inside that. So it's exactly the same as the chunk houses that I made in my previous video. Now the first thing we're going to want to do is get ourselves out some grey concrete. Then we're going to want to come in by one blocks of this plot, as you can see. Now we're going to bring this back by 11 blocks, including this one here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're then going to bring it up by 12 blocks, so including this one here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're going to fill in this sort of rectangular shape that we've just made. Just like so. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a free gap from this point here. So 1, 2, 3. On the fourth block, we're going to place another block of grey concrete. We're going to bring that all the way up in line with that other wall that we just made. We're then going to bridge it across, just like so. Put some oak leaves at the front of it. And get ourselves out some white concrete. Now what you're going to want to do is build this up 1, 2 in height, as you can see, just behind. We're then going to bring this wall itself back by 1, 2 blocks, as you can see, and bring that once again all the way up to the top. Just like so, and we'll bridge that across. Then the next step is to get some white stained glass panes out, and we're going to fill in this big window here. Now what this is going to allow is a load of natural lighting to get into the place. It's going to fill a load of the building with natural lighting during the daytime, which is going to really help just light it all up. The next thing we're going to do is get some smooth stone slabs out, and we're going to come across by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is one massive stairway. I mean, the build's tiny, but the stairs to get into the place, absolutely gigantic. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get some white concrete out. I'm going to place this up just behind by 2 blocks in height. And this is just going to extend off the side by 1, as you can see. Then we're going to bring this guy back by 1 more block. Just like so. We're going to build up from this point here by 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to bring this across by 1, 2, 3. Come down, as you can see, and fill in this section right here. The next thing you're going to want to do is get some quartz slabs out, and on the third block up, just place 2 across like here. Now if you are playing this ultra survival friendly, just go ahead, use some smooth stone slabs. You know, you don't have to go to the nether to complete this project. You can make it a bit nether friendly and not actually have to go there. So now we're going to bring this out. So once again, it's in line with this white wall right here. We're then going to bring it back, as you can see. And from this point onwards, come 1, 2, 3, 4, just like so. And then going to come to this wall here, bring this out by 3, come up by 1, 2, 3, 4 in height, just like so. and bring this across to just match the underneath wall. We're then going to build this end section up by 1, 2, just like so. And once again, fill this in with some white stained glass paints. Now, I feel like the key to a lot of modern projects is to have a lot of windows, you know, let in a lot of natural lighting. They're nothing like Tudor places or medieval places where you have loads of these tiny little windows or barely any tiny windows at all. Modern properties are all about letting the natural light in. Now what we're going to do here is add in some white concrete. It doesn't look amazing from the exterior, but it just gives you, you know, that nice fresh looking flooring inside. From this point onwards, we're going to want to bring it back by 1, 2, 3 blocks, just like so. And once again, you know, just fill this guy in all the way to the top, as you can see. We're now going to come from the side here, and we're going to fill this in, which just makes it look that little bit sleeker, as you can see. Now from this point onwards here, what we're going to do is get ourselves out some grey concrete. Place 2 blocks like so, and come all the way up to the top, so we're in line with this block here. Then we're going to bring this across by 3 blocks. Join this guy up, just like so. We're going to bring it 2 blocks off the ground. And we're going to fill this section in with some white stained glass paints. Just like so. I do believe there was a little divider. I think it was here. Just like so. So if you come 3 blocks down from the start of the glass panes with some white concrete, that's just going to be a divider where we have the separation between the first and second floor, as you guys can see. So now what we're going to do is come around the side of the project and extend this by 1, 2, 3. We're going to extend it around this side. And if you guys are wondering, what is this grey box thing? Basically what I've done here is I've created a stairway. I separated it in this little grey stained box, as you can see. And yeah, it's just a cool way to kind of divide the first 2 floors. You got a little bit of light coming through, so it opens up the project. Let's bit of natural lighting inside it. And just, you know, keeps the stairway out of the way of the main project. Because, you know, when you've got a place this big, you want to try and avoid, you know, keeping things really messy. So this was a good way to sort of separate it out, you know, and move it across. So what we're going to be doing now, guys, is we're going to be extending off the back of the project on the next phase. And that's going to come from this block right here. We're going to bring this all the way across and out by 2. Then we're going to bring it all the way across here, as you guys can see. So we're in line with that other block, just bang over there. And we're going to fill this entire roof section in, all with the birch wood, as you guys can see. Bang, like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come down from this block. I keep making this mistake with this, with this new block. I feel so noob. I've been away from this game now for 9 months, and you know, I'm just getting the hang of things again. Like these blocks, for example, you do not place them the right way, they are going to look strange as hell. So you got to make sure when you place these guys down, you put them the right way. But like quartz pillars, because otherwise they're just going to look, you know, really out of line and, you know, not very good. So I'm going to do that. And then what we're going to do is bring this guy across, just like so. Bring him across again. And just finish off the bottom by going around like so, as you guys can see. Then what we're going to do with this gap is we're going to fill it all in with some white stained glass paints. Bam, bam. Just don't delete that like me, but put it in like so. And then just join this guy across with some grey concrete like that. There we go, we are getting somewhere, we're getting there. Then we're going to fill in the bottom of this, just like so. We're going to come all the way up and just finish off this section of the build. Then we're going to come underneath this guy, and we're going to come across by 1, 2, 3, just like that. Drop him all the way to the floor. And then we're going to come out with some striped birch wood, as you guys can see. Now that's going to be 1 block off the floor and in line with the one just above. We're going to bring that out all the way across, once again in line with the top sort of marking, and bring it back just like so. A pretty tiny little balcony thing that we got going on. It's just gonna allow, you know, you like another little feature to the build. And if you have a cool view, you know, not like a flatland with me with a lot of, you know, sheep and horses and whatnot running around, but if you actually have you know, a cool background, then this could be a really sweet little addition to your build. So, you know, it's going to be pretty smart. Now what we're going to do is get some white stained glass panes out like so, as you guys can see. And we're just going to finish off that little balcony. Then we're going to get onto the next section of the build, just fill in this block here. And we're going to bring this across all the way so it matches up with the other wall. I'm going to start bringing it up, as you guys can see. We're going to come up by another 2 blocks, just like this. And we are going to have this massive window in the project. Like I said, you know, modern projects, modern houses, they have a lot of windows, or they tend to, you know, to let a lot of natural lighting in, save you on electricity bills, etc. So, you know, you're not splashing the cash on electric, on light bulbs and whatnot. You just have a lot of natural lighting coming in during the day, which fills the house up. And if you want, guys, what you can do is, well, just to add in a little bit more light, is you can come across and you put some glass. Bang, 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 bang. Just like that. And that's going to just let in a little bit more light. We're going to do exactly the same thing here. Just let a little bit more light into your build, you know. If you have a cool texture pack, maybe put some solar panels on the roof, you know, make it look super modern and awesome. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get out the white stained glass panes again, and we're going to fill in this massive gap that we just left open here to make yet again another window. And you know, we're getting there now. We're not too far away. So what I did in the project, or what I should say is, you know, because I'm not taking credit, it's not work, it's done by me, but Smithers boss, you know, he was around my house and he actually helped me out with this project. And he was like, you know, dude, people love vines, you gotta slap in a vine here. So that's what we're doing today. We're slapping in a vine, going all the way across the build. Kind of derp looking, but you know, people love them. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna add in a vine, just like so, you know, pretty derpy looking vine. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get out another, not a birch. We do want a birch, but you know, birch leaves, they don't exist yet, so we're not gonna go for them, guys. I'm gonna add in a few different bushes, and that's just gonna add a little bit of variation, you know, to make it look a little bit cooler. So that's why we are doing that. And that is pretty much it for the structure of the place. So if you guys don't want to watch the tutorial for the inside, you've seen your part of the video. That's how to build the structure itself. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start adding all the little details, you know, that make this look really cool. And we're going to fly inside, and we're going to do the interior. So another little fidget you can do, you know, just to give the place a little bit of life, just to make it look a bit cooler, to give it an extra feature, is add a tiny little tree outside, and you know, it's just going to make it look pretty cool. So we're going to come up by 1, 2, 3, just like so, bang bang. Then we're going to come up with the oak leaves, and we're going to come up by 1, and we're going to extend off the side. Yeah, I have made this guy, you know, he needs to come across here. I made him way too close to the house there, my apologies. It's going to come up by 3, just like so. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put an oak leaf. We're going to put 2 birch guys, just like so. We're going to put an oak leaf on top. One there, actually. Then we're going to have birch leaf off the side, just like so. Come down. And just, you know, do sort of the whole turn at once. Makes it look pretty cool. Fill the inside. And job done. You have yourself a tiny, pretty cool looking little tree. Another cool feature that I did add to this build is, you know, so this is a pretty old technique of building. But what I did add was I added some green concrete powder. And the texture is very similar to grass, as you guys can see. And what that does is it gives you this really cool striped lawn effect. So it looks like you've been over the thing with a lawnmower, which is, you know, a pretty cool little feature. So we're just gonna add that. So the idea is to hit it with every other block. So as you can see, simple but effective. And another cool little thing you can do is if you just want to make the garden look a little bit prettier, you can put in some white tulips, just, you know, throw in a couple of these guys. And also, you know, maybe another plant, maybe an orange tulip, who knows. Something else, you know, and it just, you know, it brings the garden to life, it adds something else, it makes it look pretty fresh. So now what we're going to do is get on the inside and start making the interior. So mainly for flooring in this entire project, what I've used is white concrete. It's very clean looking, you know, it makes the place look nice and light and modern inside. And for you guys in survival, it's not the hardest material in the world to get your hands on. So that's what we're going to be using for most, but not all of the flooring. To make life easier though, I think what I'm going to start off by doing is just filling the entire floor. You know, just so we can walk around and we can, you know, adapt and change things. So let's do that straight away. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to start making the ceiling. So the ceiling is going to be two blocks in thickness, as you can see, just like so. Just going to come out like that, but we're going to leave a one gap between the glass window there and the flooring. I'm going to fill this all the way across. Just build this guy up. Just like so. So now what we're going to do is just use this gap here to jump down and we can start developing the room. So what we're going to be doing is first of all going to be getting ourselves out some trapdoors. The spruce trapdoors in fact. So let's use these guys. I'm going to place this guy here just like so. Bang. Bang again. Just like that. And we're going to put them all up against this wall just like so. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to build an imaginary wall, so we're soon going to be deleting this just like that, as you guys can see, and I will show you why in a second. So if you guys watched my previous video, I threw in quite a few good building tips and tricks, and when working in a really small area, when you've got a tiny house you're working with, using trapdoors is an absolutely fantastic idea to cut down on space. So you have more space available to use, as you can see, and they also make just a pretty cool feature. So now what we're going to be doing is building the kitchen itself. But before I do that, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete these two, and I'm going to bring this round just using the grey concrete, and I'm going to build this up right here and just move this across by one, just like so, as you guys can see. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves out some glass. I think actually the coolest one to use might be the light stained glass. Just use some of that. So we're going to place one here, just like so. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves out. What would be cool for this? I think a dispenser. This is going to make a little mini oven. And then we're going to go get ourselves some grey stained, some light grey concrete. Just like that. We're then going to get a trapdoor. This time we're going to be using the iron trapdoor. If you guys don't know what this is, but basically above an oven you have this sucker thing, and the sucker thing stops all the smoke from going all around your house, and it just extracts it out of the roof. So that's basically what we're having here, and we just have an anvil on top of that to make it look a little bit more realistic. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves out, actually I think a lever, and we're just going to imagine, because it's so tiny and so compact, that this right here is going to be a little sink. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves out some grey carpet, some light grey carpet, and just run it through the middle of the room just like so. I'm going to start here and come 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that, bang. Now we're going to get onto this room in here, and what we're going to be using is just to spice it up a bit, make it look a little bit more interesting inside, a bit more colourful. We're going to be using some cyan concrete, but you guys can use whatever you want, whatever is, maybe closest in your survival world. So you could always use some, what are these, spruce. You could use some spruce planks. You could use some wool. You could use, whatever you guys want to use, but for this particular one, we're using some of the cyan concrete. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself out some sandstone. Just like this. I'm going to start making some mini little sofas. So from this block here, bring this around just like so. I'm then going to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4 gap, just like that. And in the middle here, what we're going to do is we're going to get out some black concrete, and we're going to build ourselves a cool little fireplace. Bang, bang, bang. I'm going to go down, and we're going to follow these textures down all the way to the floor. Trust me, it will just look so much better this way. And we're going to get ourselves, a campfire. Brand new block to me. Been away from this game for a little while, but I'm absolutely loving these. And we're going to get some light grey stained glass, as you can see. And there you go. You've got our awesome modern little fireplace. To make the room that little bit more interesting, what we're going to do is, not on that one, but on this one, we're going to add a little shelving unit, as you can see. And in this corner of the room, what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves out some end rods. And we're also going to get out a skeleton skull. I'll show you why. We're going to place 2 blocks up just like so. Have the skeleton skull facing the wall so you don't have to look at that ugly thing all the time. And place 2 end rods, and then you've got a really cool modern little light in the corner of the room. Job done. So now getting onto the staircase, what you guys are going to want to get out is some quartz stairs just right here. You're going to want to place them right at the very end of this corridor, just one away from the wall. And what we're going to do then is we're going to turn them upside down, just like that, and place one on top. Upside down, one on top, and just keep repeating this pattern until we reach the next floor. Then what you're going to want to also do is just build through the top here, just so you can smoothly walk onto the second floor. As you can see, you need to go a little bit higher, a little bit more higher, and there we go, we're at the second floor. As you can see, looks quite clean, looks quite smooth, doesn't take up an absolute world of space, and that's exactly what you want. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get myself out some white concrete yet again. I think I did get the window positions a little bit wrong. But basically, you will want the top window to be looking like this. So you don't put the block next to it and the glass doesn't connect and just look really crappy. So we're going to bring that all the way to the exit just right there, like so. And that's going to be your sort of like little handrail. We're going to do the same thing to this window just right there, as you guys can see. Now to make it look a little bit cooler, we're going to get a couple flower pots. A couple little bushes, I think. Fern would look pretty cool, and also maybe a white tulip again. We're going to get a couple of these, place them there. Simple but effective, and that looks pretty smart. Now what we're going to do is we're going to build another wall divider just like I did in that other room that I showed you guys. So if we bring this all the way across, where should we do it? To there. And what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves out some trapdoors again. I'm going to use the spruce ones. Let's just change that block. We're going to build this imaginary wall, which is just going to allow us to place the trapdoors down. And then we can remove the wall behind it. You can see maybe what we do here is just fill that in just to make it look, you know, a little bit prettier. Once again, do the same thing here, guys. It's just gonna, you know, improve the look of the place so much. I think what we might do as well is just bring this guy across just like so. Have a little play around, you know, adjust a few little things just to get it looking that little bit cooler. Maybe we could do away with this thing. It's just knowing how to make this look cooler. We'll just have it like that actually. I think that'll look pretty cool. So that's what we're going to do there. Then in the corner of the room here, what we're going to do is get ourselves out some sandstone stairs and some slabs. Put one here, just like that. I'm gonna put one there and two there, just like so. And that's just gonna be like a little chaise lounge sort of thing. And then we're gonna do the same end rod and, oh, my bad. I'm gonna do the same end rod and skull head design that we did downstairs, just to make a simple, cool little lamp just for the landing out here. So we could face that guy, face him into the wall so you don't have to look at him. And there you go, got a really simple and nice little lamp design. Then what we're going to do is we are going to get ourselves another trapdoor bookcase. Another, this is the first one, but you know what I mean. One there, just like this. Place that guy in just like so. Then we're going to have another one just like that on this block here. We're going to get the bookshelf block. I'm going to put that just down there. Oh, wrong heights. Just like that. And then, you know, you have a little chilling area. You read some books. You have a little lamp to keep everything, you know, lit up. I'm just trying to think what you could do with this little space. You know, if you guys have any creative ideas, maybe you could put a little desk and chair there, and that could look pretty smart. So there's something for an idea right there. Now what we're going to do is we are going to get some glass. I think best idea. Get some glass panes. Just attach them like that, you know, so you don't fall down the banister and have a bit of an accident there. Now what we're going to do is get out some snow, and we're going to build a pretty cool little bed design. Get rid of that guy, change your plan. Come out 4 blocks, just like so. Going to get the bed. Going to get a cyan bed to match that carpet downstairs. And then what we're going to do is just fill up just all around it. Take this guy out actually. And that's a far more modern bed design, and one that you can actually sleep in, so believe it or not, it's survival friendly. So there we go, that's what we want. And we can make some pretty cool little bedside tables, as you guys can see. Once again, get the end rods on top of there, and you've got yourself a really smart little lamp design. And we're going to actually use a couple more skull heads. This time we're going to use the black ones. 2 there. Have these guys facing the wall, so you don't have to look at them. Just like so. And once again, do the same thing. Then you can have your end rods on these little tables, which is going to generate a nice amount of light. I think what we're going to do here, I'm going to just put a glass little barrier there just so you can't fall down. And that is it, guys. That is the tutorial. I hope you guys have all enjoyed today's video. Sorry if it was a little bit derp. I'm getting back into the swing of what is going on down here. Never in my Minecraft life have I ever seen 2 alpacas, I think, and a random guy in the house. But anyway, that's that over. Just as a final little tweak as well, what you guys can do is just add a couple trapdoors there, so it doesn't look like a, you know, just like a normal entrance anyone can walk through. And hopefully you won't have the same problem I had with these 2 dodgy looking llamas. Anyway, if you guys have made it to this part of the video, you are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for supporting it, and I hope you found this tutorial useful. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to subscribe, and it's very important that you hit that notification bell, otherwise you won't hear about any of my videos. And remember to smack that thumbs up button if you'd like to see more Minecraft tutorials. Anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.
Yo.